Welcome, dear students, to another online class. So, in today's class, we're going to learn more about robots. Also, we get the chance to meet someone who's an inventor, by the way. His name is Adib Biblushi. He's from the UAE. So, before we go to the book, let's have a look at our outcomes for today. By the end of this lesson, my students will be able to 1. Listen for just specific and details. So we're going to do a listening exercise about Adib Blushi together. 2. Recognize some words and use them meaningfully. So we're going to learn some new words and your task is to put them in sentences. Third of all, which is the most interesting exercise today, you are going to be inventors. So you have to think of something new that you would like to invent, then you have to describe it for me. Fourth of all, describe some robots and argue about their jobs. So we have a picture of two robots that we're going to describe, and also we will say something about their jobs. Fifth of all, which is our moral lesson for today, value the importance of creativity. So guys, creativity is something important in our lives. And by the way, each one of us is creative or special in his own way. My advice to you, creative people, if you are good at math, guys, try to invent something that has to do with math. If you are good at science, try to make new things. For example, if you are good at art, try to do some art. So guys, this is your chance to show the world that you are creative. So, before we go to the book, I brought you something fun to do. Let's have some fun. So I brought you some puzzles. Your task in each one of them, you have to tell me the different letter or the different number. Let's watch it together. Did you find the different letters or numbers? I'm pretty sure you did. Now, let's go to your learning books, page 153. So, here we have the listening exercise about Adib that I told you about. So, this is Adib Luplushi. He's an inventor and he's from the UAE. So, he invented something for his father and also something for his mother. So, before we listen to the audio, let's read the questions that you are going to find the answers to. Question number 1. How old is Adib? 2. What did he invent for his father? 3. What did he invent for his mother? 4. How big was the robot? 5. Why does Adib invent things? So now we're going to listen to the audio and you have to try to find the answers for these 5 questions. Let's begin.
Adib al-Balushi is a 12-year-old inventor from Dubai. He started inventing when he was 9. First, he helped his father with a new kind of artificial leg. Then he decided to help his mother. It was hard for her to reach under the sofa to clean. Adib built a robot to do the job. It took him just 1 day. The robot is very small, so it can go to places that are hard for a person to reach. It has a brush, a motor, and batteries. When Adib's mother went into the living room, she was surprised that Adib was sitting on the sofa. She looked under the sofa, and it was clean. Adib showed her the robot. Now no one had to clean the floor, because the robot could do it for them. Adib is a member of the Arab Robotics Association. Adib is still inventing. He hopes he will make many other new things that will help people.
Okay guys, so this guy basically invented a robot in a 1 day. It's unbelievable. Okay guys, I'm pretty sure that you found the answers, but I'm going to repeat it again because I want you to check the answers. So this is your chance to check them.
Adib al-Balushi is a 12-year-old inventor from Dubai. He started inventing when he was 9. First, he helped his father with a new kind of artificial leg. Then he decided to help his mother. It was hard for her to reach under the sofa to clean. Adib built a robot to do the job. It took him just 1 day. The robot is very small, so it can go to places that are hard for a person to reach. It has a brush, a motor, and batteries. When Adib's mother went into the living room, she was surprised that Adib was sitting on the sofa. She looked under the sofa, and it was clean. Adib showed her the robot. Now no one had to clean the floor, because the robot could do it for them. Adib is a member of the Arab Robotics Association. Adib is still inventing. He hopes he will make many other new things that will help people.
Okay, so before we do the answers for your first listening task, let's have a look at your second listening task, because you have to do it. Okay, so here we have sentences from A to E. Your task is to put these sentences in order according to the record, according to the same record that's talking about Adib Luplushi. First, let's read the sentences. A. Adib showed her the robot. B. Adib built a robot to do the job. C. First, he helped his father. D. He hopes he will make many other new things that will help people. E. Then he decided to help his mother. So guys, let's listen to the same record for the third time, but your task now is to put these sentences from A to E in their correct order.
Adib al-Balushi is a 12-year-old inventor from Dubai. He started inventing when he was 9. First, he helped his father with a new kind of artificial leg. Then he decided to help his mother. It was hard for her to reach under the sofa to clean. Adib built a robot to do the job. It took him just 1 day. The robot is very small, so it can go to places that are hard for a person to reach. It has a brush, a motor, and batteries. When Adib's mother went into the living room, she was surprised that Adib was sitting on the sofa. She looked under the sofa, and it was clean. Adib showed her the robot. Now no one had to clean the floor, because the robot could do it for them. Adib is a member of the Arab Robotics Association. Adib is still inventing. He hopes he will make many other new things that will help people.
Good job! Now let's do the answers together. So how old is Adib? He is 12 years old. What did he invent for his father? He invented an artificial leg. Artificial leg. 3. What did he invent for his mother? He invented a small robot that could clean. 4. How big was the robot? It was very small. 5. Why does Adib invent things to help his family and to help people? Now let's do these sentences in order. Sentence number 1 is going to be C. First he helped his father. 2. Then he decided to help his mother, which is sentence E. 3. It's going to be B. Adib built a robot to do the job. 4 is A. Adib showed her the robot. And the last one obviously is going to be D. He hopes he will make many other new things that will help people. Okay, going back to the exercises, we have the last exercise at the bottom of the page. So here we have match the word to its meaning. We have 5 words that you are going to match them to their meanings. Let's read the words. 1. Inventor. 2. Sofa. 3. Reach. 4. Clean. 5. Surprised. Now, you have 3 minutes to do the exercise. Pause the video and try to match the words to their meanings. Okay, good job. So, 1 with C, which is person who is the first to make something. 2. Sofa with A, something you sit on. 3. Reach with E, be able to get to. 4. Clean with B, not dirty. And 5. Surprised with D, to think something is unusual. So guys, some of you might be wondering, what do you mean by artificial leg that Adib invented to his father? By the way, this is a picture for an artificial leg, as you can see. So this is called artificial leg. Okay, now I want you to go to your activity box, page 106. We have 2 exercises to do. Before we do them, let's read the writing tab. Use commas to separate words in a list. Don't use a comma before the word and. Here's the example. Olives, peppers, onions, and a mountain of cheese. So here we have commas, as you can see, and here we have and without any commas. So the rule is going to be, use the comma to separate 3 or more names in a sentence. So when we want to mention or say more than three or more names, this is what we are going to do. We should use commas, as you can see. So I used comma between these 2 names Ahmed, Muhammad, and Ali went to the zoo. And I did not use comma before the word and because this is the rule. We have another rule. So use the comma to separate the three or more items in a sentence. Here I use the three items. As you can see, boxing, my family, my cat. And I used comma between the first two items, boxing, comma, my family. And I did not use comma before the word and. So I love boxing, comma, my family, and my cat. Going back to your activity box, here we have an exercise to do. We have 4 sentences. According to the question, we have 3 wrong sentences. By the way, I checked the sentences. There is only one sentence which is incorrect. So we have 3 correct sentences or 3 right sentences, and we have only one incorrect sentence. So pause the video, read the sentences, and try to find the mistakes. By the way, the mistake, which is only one, it has to do with using commas. Okay, well done. Let's do it together. So, sentence number 1, I like eating ice cream, cake, and chocolate. As you can see, we have 2 items without any commas between them. So, this is the mistake. It should be, I like eating ice cream, comma, cake, and chocolate. And I did not use comma before and because this is the rule. Sentence number 2, Wali took his pencil, comma, pen, and a notebook to school in his backpack. It's correct, guys, 100%. As you can see here, we have comma between the first 2 items, and they did not use comma before the word and. Maryam went on holiday and saw beautiful parks, comma, museums and mosques. Also, this one is correct. They used comma between the first 2 items that they mentioned, and they did not use comma before the word and. The last one, I'm going to the shopping mall. I need to buy books, comma, a camera, and a present for my brother. As you can see, they used comma between the first 2 items, and they did not use comma before the word and. I hope things became clear about using commas. Okay, now, the second exercise, it has to do with describing your inventions that I told you about before. So here we have the box, as you can see. You have to tell me about your new invention that you would like to invent, and you have to draw a picture of it. So here's the example. Someone said, I would invent a wheelchair that can climb stairs. Now guys, it is your turn. Tell me, what would you like to invent? And don't forget to draw a picture of it. Okay, now let's go back to your learning box, page 154. So, on this page, as you can see, we have a bunch of words that we are going to read. Before reading, I want you to keep in mind that these words, or some of these words, mean very big and some other ones mean very small. So, let's read them together, okay? So, huge, large, small, enormous, gigantic, massive, giant, tiny, teeny weeny. Again, huge, large, small, enormous, gigantic, massive, giant, tiny, and teeny weeny. I want you now to circle the words which mean very big and leave the words that mean very small. I'm pretty sure that some of you might not be able to do the exercise, but guys, let's try to give it a shot. Okay, well done. So, as you can see, I circled the words that mean very big, as you can see, and the other words obviously mean very small. Okay guys, so here we have another exercise to do. As you can see, we have a picture of 2 robots, the red robot and the silver robot. Your first task is, I want you to describe each one of them. For example, the silver robot is small and the red robot is huge. What about your answers? I want you to send me your answers. Question number 2. Can you tell me what each one of these robots can do? So, I think that the small robot could clean and the big robot maybe could like take pictures, something like this. Now you have to tell me about your answers. So guys, from now on, we took so many things about robots, right, so far. So I want you to try to write sentences about these robots that we took. Also, we said that some robots do things that people can do, other robots do things that people can do. So I want you to write sentences to talk about these robots. Okay, so this is your first task for today. By the way, it's not the first task, it's your second task. Okay, at the bottom of the page, we have some words that you're going to put them in comparative sentences. Do you remember comparison when we compare two things together? So, here we have big, small, long, short, light, heavy. Your third task for today to write comparative sentences using these words. Here's the example. The table is bigger than the chair. So here they used the word big. I want now to see your examples. Don't forget to send me your examples. Okay. Now go to your activity box, page 107. Also, we have two exercises to do. The first one, as you can see, it's a puzzle. Your task is to find 5 words that mean very big. We took them maybe like before 2 minutes. So pause the video, think about it for 2 minutes, and circle the words which mean very big. Okay, well done. Let's have a look at them. So here we have gigantic, we have a huge, giant, enormous, we have also massive. Okay, now let's go back to your activity box page 107, the second task. So the second task is all about a rule that we took before. So we said before that whenever we want to describe something, we should start with the number, then the size, then the color, right? This is the rule that we took before. Now I want you to apply the rule in these sentences, as you can see. So pause the video, you have 4 minutes to read these sentences and try to find the right choice for each option, okay? So pause the video and think about it. Okay, good job. Now let's do them together. So the first one, my robot has a big blue head. So we have big because we have to describe the size before the color according to the rule. So big, then blue. Sentence number 2. My robot has 6 long yellow arms. So first I use the number, then the size, then the color according to the rule. Okay, sentence number 3. My robot has a gigantic orange body. See, so I use the size, then the color. The following one, my robot has one long green leg. So I use the number, then the size, then the color. The last one, my robot has 6 tiny purple toes. Number, size, color. So this is the end for our class for today. I hope to see your answers for the tasks I told you about. I'm waiting for them and see you in another online class.